Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm pulling out a really cool one out of the old toy box, one of my favorite toys growing up as a kid. And that toy is the Inhumanoids Decompose. Now for any of you who don't know of the Inhumanoids, it was a short-lived cartoon series from the 80s. It only had 2 seasons. The first season was really good, the second one was meh. But it was really neat. It was a neat concept. What it was we pretty much unleashed these 3 monsters upon the world, and they're devastating everything. And there's a group of scientists that, have power armor that fights them, with also other good monsters called Mutors. So it was a really cool series. I really loved it. The toys were awesome looking. I just wish they could have went farther with it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at him and all his play features, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on him as a toy. So with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here we have Decompose, and this thing is massive. He is huge. All right, here's one of the actual action figures from the line. This is one of the Earth Core people, Dr. Bright, and look how tall he is to it. He literally practically just comes up to his knee. That's how massive these monsters were. And there's 3 of them. There's the 3 Inhumanoids. You had Decompose, you had Metlar, and you had Tangler. And for any of you who don't know who this character is, he is, as his name implies, he's decomposing flesh. This character was designed to be the stuff of nightmares. Literally, he was designed to be the stuff of nightmares. And to even prove that, let's give him the rotation. So, now he's a little beat up because, he's a toy from my childhood, and I played with him and used him a lot. So when you give him the rotation, look at all this detail in the arm. You got veins, you got mangled flesh, broken bones. Even in the legs, you can just see that detail to it. So you spin him around this way, okay. You get this exposed spinal cord. You get the hip bones, your shoulder blades. The people who design these things really put, a lot of love into it because, the detail is just insane. Look at the profile of that face, that head sculpt, which is really neat. Now, the only thing I didn't get about this figure is this tuft of hair that they gave him. I don't know why they gave him that. The character never had it in the cartoon. It was just, I guess, I couldn't even tell you. So now, there are a couple things with him. First off, let's go through the points of articulation. The head does go back and forth. Like I said, unfortunately, the head was broken off. So, it may fall off in the video. It may not. He has a shoulder joint. Yep, there it goes. All right, and a thigh joint. All right, let me get that head and pop him back on there. Yeah, so I got to figure out a way to actually keep that on there, but for the most part, that's the worst that an old figure like this from the 80s that ain't too bad. Now another neat feature about this guy is he has these 2 little bones on the side here. When you pull him, his rib cage opens up. Now, they were used with a rubber band, okay? So there was rubber bands back there that, like, when you open it up, they would actually spring close. But due to the age of the figure, those rubber bands have long since disintegrated. So his rib cage opens up, and now back to the detail. You get all this detail in here. Let me bring him up closer. And it's soft rubber too. So you get all his organs and stuff that's made of a soft rubber. And the reason why this opens up is because that's meant to trap your figures in there. So you're supposed to put your good guy in here. And then the ribs were supposed to spring close on him. And then, he would sit in there. Now, because, unfortunately, that spring action ain't there anymore, it won't hold them anymore. But yeah, so those were designed to hold your figure in there, and that's how he traps your heroes, okay? And, you know, most people are thinking, oh my God, that's pretty gruesome. Well, the character himself in the cartoon was pretty gruesome. His one weakness was sunlight. So if the sun shined on him, it hurt him. He had to go back to the shadows. Now, the other twisted thing about the character is in the cartoon, his mere touch will turn you, as they say in the cartoon, into a undead horror. You turn into the zombie-like demonic creature that he has mind control over you. And the only way you can get saved from this is if, you know, you get into the sunlight and then you get turned back to normal. But yeah, when I say this creature was designed to be the thing of nightmares, he was essentially that. I mean, I'm even surprised this guy made it into a children's cartoon. Okay, so what else is neat about him is this whole toy line had a play feature of pipe light. For any of you who don't know what that is what you do is you got a clear piece of plastic here, clear piece of plastic there. You shine light into this, and that makes it glow. And that's a play feature on all the figures. For example, there you go. All the Inhumanoids had it. All the Mutors had it. Even their heroes had that play feature. And it was a neat feature that they added that looked kind of cool. You know, kind of strange for a character that can't go into sunlight. But overall, it's a really cool figure. If you can even get a hold of this thing would look good with any kind of collection you have, whether it be horror, your 80s toys. And that was another cool thing when I was a kid playing with him was he could fit in with any toy line. I could have him fighting Godzilla and my giant kaijus. I could have him fighting my Star Wars guys. He could have been like some sort of monster, alien thing or whatever. So this character was very universal. He could go with any of your toy sets. So, with that being said, I hope you did like this review. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's a small click for you. It really helps my channel out. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that notification bell. And, you know, check me out in the comments. I always want to hear from you. So, until the next one, late. Hey, are you going to be in the Philadelphia area between September 9th and 10th? If so, check out RetroCon. It's affordable. They have lots of great vendors. There's going to be cosplay competitions, celebrities, and much, much more. So go ahead and check out the link in the description. And also, Samuel J. Jones is going to be there, better known as Flash Gordon. So check it out.